Hello everyone, welcome. In this video, I'm going to paint a Zhostova rose. Zhostova painting technique is a Russian art of painting which is done using oil paints on metal trays. I like the Zhostova flowers as they are bright and colorful. And as I like to paint on glass surface, I wanted to try this rose on the glass. I have also uploaded some of my other Zhostova painting videos on my channel. So usually this technique is done on a black surface, that is metal trays. They have a coating of black, and then on top of it they have a base coat of white, and then they add the colors, the shadows, tints and highlights. Here I am using white and using a Filbert brush to do the whole base color of white. With just the Filbert brush, the whole design is done. Apply light pressure on the glass. If you apply too much pressure, the paint will lift. Now I've completed one flower with 3 leaves on either side. I'm going to do the same on the opposite side also. Here I'm using enamel paints. It's Folkart enamel paints. You can also use Folkart multi-surface paints or any glass paints. For this technique, Filbert brush works the best. Now I'm adding the leaves similar to the other side. The bigger leaves are done with 3 strokes on each side of the vein. The smaller leaves are done with just 2 strokes. Now the base coat is done, so let's apply the colors. Here I am mixing magenta and white to make a lighter pink shade and then applying on the flower. If the base coat is not dry, wait for a few minutes to allow it to dry and then apply the next layer. Here, the first flower here has dried, so I am going to apply the pink color. And take a note to apply light pressure. As I told you before, applying too much pressure will lift up the paint. Once this flower is done, we'll do the same for the other flower also. For the second layer of petals, I am mixing more white to the pink and adding a little lighter strokes above the first layer. And then I am also adding the front facing petals. That is the petals in the front. Adding a little more white and applying it only for a few more petals in the center. Doing the same for the other one, adding the front facing petals and then adding a second layer for the bottom petals, but only for a fewer ones. You can add white as per requirements to make it brighter. Only the front facing, the petals in the front should be more brighter and the back petals should be darker. Here I'm adding a little more pink to the inner part to increase the depth of the flower. Now the flowers are done. I'm going to wash off my brush and start painting the leaves. For the leaves, I'm covering the base with green. For the second layer, I'm mixing white and green to make a lighter green shade and then applying just a few strokes in the front of the leaves. This color will gradually go from lighter shade to the darker color. So the beginning first couple of strokes will be brighter and as you go towards the end it becomes duller. As the strokes are not being clear, I'm adding a little dark green color and then mixing white and green to make the shade and then applying it. That is, double load the brush with white and green and apply the strokes. Then finally adding small petals with pink using just one stroke.